Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian Priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. I wanted to do a reading about what 2026 has in store for us. What does 2026 have in store for the collective? Wonderful. So here we begin the reading with the Cherub of Arrows. A cherub in Assyrian mythology was a protective spirit. And here he is known as the Cherub of Arrows. So the Knight of Swords, basically. Where are we going? That's the question. And what are we aiming for? And I feel like what we're aiming for this year really is emotional fulfillment. I feel like that is going to be the theme. And I say that because the following cards are the Princess and the Nine of Cups. So here we have the Princess of Cups, the goddess Ishara, who I believe was known as a star. And what I want to do in this Babylonian Tarot series is not only do the readings for you, but also offer some special videos on the characters that we're going to meet along the way, because they certainly are worthy of meeting. So the Princess of Cups is she who offers something to the world and to herself, is offered something of emotional significance, something related to her emotional fulfillment. And it looks like we are going to attain that. We are really going to attain that. Now, to what end? Let's see what the next row holds for us. We have the Genesis card, which is sort of a pre-Fool card for Sandra Tabitha Cicero, almost like the void, or the dark primordial chaos of the goddess Tiamat. Again, from this void, we have this arrow, the invocation, the thing that we wish to achieve. So the question is, what do you wish to achieve? What it is you're hoping to make happen in 2026 that will bring you deep emotional fulfillment. And it looks like security. Are you building your wealth? Are you growing a business? And not even growing, but like fortifying, creating a strong boundary around this thing that you've created. Looks really successful. The Four of Discs can also be having a really good health program for yourself and just being in a good structure. Number 4 is a really great number for like an equilibrium around foundations. So this might be really good news for those of us who are starting a new health regime, whatever that is, whether it's diet or movement, or even just actually finding the right health practitioners that become your team. And so it looks like this is the year of being seen, 6 of Wands. And I love this 6 of Wands card because it actually depicts an ancient Assyrian shaman. And we don't often speak of the shamans or the medicine people of that time, but they did exist. And one thing the priests and priestesses were known to do was actually conduct public ritual in animal skins. And so here we see a priest or a priestess in a lion head and fur. Oh, look, how beautiful. The high priestess depicted as the goddess Ishtar of Uruk. Okay, way too many cards. But we have the universe, the god Enki has shown up. How wonderful. With the 8 of Discs and Jeshtanana in the shadows. So anything that you're working towards will be successful, will be fortified, will be protected. I know that's like a really big claim to make in such a turbulent economic time. Globally, economically, we are experiencing so much havoc and so much disruption and change. And so there is an element of your deep inner knowing being at play here, and trusting your deep inner knowing. But also I think like on an ancestral level, perhaps even now, a remedy for the turbulence could be a turning towards the old goddess mythologies of your ancestors. In my case, it's the Assyrians, but in your case, that will look different. You know, one question I answer a lot on Patreon is, why is it even relevant? Like in this age of AI and property markets and collapsing global economies, why should we even consider ancient mythologies interesting or necessary at all? And the answer for me is because they make us whole and they make us remember. And the term remembering doesn't only just have to be like a recall of the past, but I like to understand the term remembering as a putting back together of the parts. And so if we are going to enter a new age of AI, a new age of relating to each other, even like social constructedness seems to be reconfiguring itself. What role will you play in the reconfiguration? I feel like it's going to be a good one. I feel like your direction is important. What you're working to build in your life is still valid and important and will be protected. And the things that you do to make yourself seen in offering to the world are also valid and important. So let me know what you think of this reading in the comments, and I hope the beginning of 2026 is a beautiful one for you. Bye for now.